Okay, now we're ready to get underway. Thanks for your patience. Folks, we are here to talk about the Battle of the Bulge. My name is Brody Craney, independent Nikken wellness consultant, and excited to be with you here this evening. Some of you may have a screen that shows all the participants and are not able to see the complete slides. You may want to reduce the screen so you don't see the people's faces, my face as much, and you're able to see the PowerPoint better. This is a picture of, of the sad state that we find ourselves in sometimes in life, where some people have Dunlop's disease, where the belly has Dunlopped over the belt. And, you know, as much as we don't want it to, our weight affects our health. It affects how we feel. It affects our energy levels. It affects our joints. It affects our organs. And it affects our longevity and our ability to make an impact long term. Weight is indeed a significant issue. This presentation is not completely about weight, however. We have many people who are going to use this organic-based system who are looking to regenerate, rebuild, prevent, build muscle mass, cleanse, balance, fight inflammation, a whole series of things. I need you to know right up front that we're not here to diagnose, treat, or cure anything. At the beginning of the presentation, I will share with you some science behind some ingredients that the scientific world has studied and found links to some significant health benefits. And then we're going to talk about a company that produces some really high quality technology. Some of you may have had a chance in your groups already to taste test the vanilla or the chocolate Kenzen Vital Balance. This is the new formulation, which is absolutely phenomenal. I didn't care for the old vanilla. This new vanilla is absolutely scrumptious. And I mean, it's just really, really good. I've been very, very impressed with it. There's a cleanse and detox product. There's a digestive aid enzyme product. There's an energy drink, Kenzen 10-4. And there are energy bars. And all of these are organic-based, clean, amazing products. So we'll get to that in the latter half of the presentation. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about the state that many people find themselves in. Busy, booked, crazy, unable to get through meals, unable to prepare meals, unable to stop for a meal, unable to take the time to prepare something that makes sense. Too often, the greater percentage of what we take in is haphazard as opposed to mindful eating, I will call it. In fact, there's a lot of people who just outright will skip meals, thinking it's okay, I'll catch up later. But the damage is done in that process. You know, the type of food that we put in makes an impact. If you have a Ferrari and you're putting in dirty fuel, low octane fuel, it's going to make a difference in the performance. In fact, long term, it could downright cause some major problems. So what if we found a way to make healthy eating convenient, to make cleansing and revitalizing and rebuilding convenient, and really make a difference in our health long term? Would that be a good thing? I think it would. I think it would. Some of you are trying to eat healthy, unaware that in today's age, there is just no avoiding the problems. The toxins in the air that we breathe, the chemicals in our tap water, the chemicals that are embedded in our fruits and vegetables now. I love this little squirrel on this cartoon. It says, do you also eat these carrots with your mask on? Oh, not so funny when you think about it. Not so funny. Some people saying, you know, I don't have time to figure out what foods are going to help me, so I'm just going to go and take a pill, only to find out that sometimes those pills can have a whole series of side effects with them as well. Wouldn't it be neat to find something that was healthy for us, that wasn't laden with sugar? I don't know if you've looked into the documentaries. Just go to Go to Netflix and look up a couple documentaries on sugar. You will be blown away. We're eating, and I don't mean little amounts, but massively larger amounts, as in 100-fold increase of sugar compared to where we were just 150 years ago. And the worst part of it is sugar's addictive. We have a hard time saying no. We can't stop. And the worst part about it is some of us know we should stop. The kids don't. The kids just, they don't know what they're up against sometimes until it's too late. Wouldn't it be neat if there was a product that actually helped us so that we didn't have that massive nonstop craving? When it comes to weight loss, many people are unaware that there are other habits besides what we eat that play a role. Obviously exercise, but a big one is sleep. Man, when you don't sleep, a lot of things can go wrong in the body, including the hormones that balance and regulate weight loss. So you can have people who are exercising like mad, doing their best to eat right, and they're not dropping pounds, and it can be because they're not sleeping well. There are so many different things that come into the body and affect weight. Well, why is it we need to drop the pounds? Every pound of fat that you gain produces as much as 7 miles of new blood vessels, taking the capillaries into account. This is according to Dr. Mercola. Think of the burden that puts on that miracle pump in your body known as your heart. Well, now add 2 pounds, add 10 pounds, add 20 pounds, add 50 pounds, and it's not a joke what's going on to the burden that it creates for your body. Just 10 pounds overweight creates a massive added burden for your knees, because every pound of overweight in your knees is 4 pounds of knee stress, knee pressure. So you go on a walk with an extra 10 pounds, that's an extra 48,000 pounds of pressure that your knees get to endure. Wouldn't it be a neat thank you note to your body to get rid of that? Food. Some of the foods we eat are inflammatory, causing a whole range of diseases, ranging from cancer and renal problems and diabetes. A lot of people don't realize that the types of food you choose, and the types of additives and the types of chemicals that you allow to be put in front of you can be damaging. There are some things that it's just impossible to avoid. In fact, the concept of body burden is now proven that the average child now is born with over 280 chemicals coursing through their veins, non-humanoid, but man-made chemicals embedded in their body that have known health challenges. You see here how lead affects the nervous systems, hydrochloric acid, respiratory problems, barium, brain swelling, damage to the heart, flame retardants that you get in every new piece of furniture you're buying, causing reproductive problems. The list goes on and on and on. Wouldn't it be neat if there was a food that we could eat that could play a role in helping to expedite the removal of these unwanted chemicals from our body? Wouldn't that be neat? Wouldn't it be neat if there were foods that we could eat that could help reduce the problems with obesity and brains that are literally out of order, and the lack of attention that people can play, the lack of focus that people have, the fatigue that is experienced, and people even falling asleep on the job, or people as they age simply not being able to recall things as they were before? Wouldn't it be neat? Weight loss, there are many hidden obstacles, elusive obstacles for many. Excess sludge in the colon, unable to avoid sugar, it's just everywhere, and even if they try to avoid it, they still nonstop crave it. Dehydration, no matter how much they drink, they're still craving. A lot of the cravings people experience is just a matter of dehydration. And I don't have time to go into all these things, folks. You must talk to the person who invited you and learn about the incredible benefits of Nikken Pi Mag water, alkaline, ionized. It is mineralized, just a phenomenal product that does play a major role in our weight. Sleep, the most amazing sleep technologies on the planet come from this phenomenal company called Nikken. But all these things, fatty liver, our cravings, our poor sleep, our unhealthy gut flora, play a role in what happens for us in terms of health. We're going to list here now an array of foods, ingredients, herbs, etc., that are known to play a role in our health and in weight loss and in cleansing our body. The first one on here is probiotics. We're going to be spending a little bit of time talking about probiotics. We will spend time talking about MCTs, known as medium chain triglycerides. We're going to talk about Moringa oleifera, monk fruit, chicory root. We'll talk about milk thistle. We will talk about turmeric extract, bluerum. We're going to talk about schizandra and ashwagandha. And you know, Hippocrates said a long time ago, let food be thy medicine. I think that's the first place we should turn, is to find things that Mother Nature provided for us in order to get healthy. But wouldn't it be neat if we actually address those things first to see if we could take care of things without side effects and give a little bit of relief of burden to our doctors? Well, let's talk about the gut, folks. 60 to 80% of your immune system housed right in your gut. Over 40 diseases have been linked to bacterial imbalances, including depression, arthritis, irritable bowel, cancer. 70 million Americans suffer from digestive diseases, costs over $100 billion annually in medical bills. Folks, there are strong reasons for you to pay attention to your gut flora, especially considering that every time you're given an antibiotic, it wipes out a good chunk of not only the bad bacteria, but the good bacteria as well. And your defense systems are lowered as a result. According to Dr. Axe, your gut health may play a role in your thyroid imbalances, chronic fatigue, psoriasis, autism, chronic inflammation, digestive disorders, autoimmune diseases, and frequent colds and flus. One of the common things to help with those gut issues is probiotics. Probiotics are the good bacteria for your gut. And when you add those good bacteria, it's found that people end up with stronger immune and digestive systems, increased energy. Now, you don't have to have mega amounts of sugar or synthetic caffeine to get energy. What if we just had good bacteria in our system that allowed us to break down our food and get the nutrients we're supposed to be getting? Better breath. Next time you hand out a breath mint, think, maybe I could help this person with some good probiotics instead of just a breath mint. Healthier skin, cold, flu, leaky gut, inflammatory bowel disease, all things that are known to be helped with probiotics. Medium chain triglycerides. According to Dr. Mercola, this is the fat that helps to make you thin. Appetite reduction, improved cognitive and neurological function, even changes for degenerative neurological diseases, changes for energy levels, athletic performance, diabetes, cardiovascular issues, arteriosclerosis, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Medium chain triglycerides have been shown to make people happier. We'll talk more about that, how that happens later. But just think about it. The food that you eat can not only affect your level of happiness in the process of eating it, but after you eat it for hours. Assist in insulin levels regulation, assist in thermogenesis, actually helping your body to tune up a little and burn things more efficiently. Mental acuity, brain tissue nourishment, and cell replenishment. Big benefits from medium chain triglycerides. Google medium chain triglycerides, you'll be blown away. We're going to shift gears now into Moringa oleifera, a really phenomenal nutrient that many third world countries know a lot about. In fact, I was talking about it to a gentleman in Florida. He had just had literally a large garbage sack of Moringa oleifera leaves brought to him from Africa. Someone flew back and he asked him to bring back a bunch of Moringa oleifera. So Moringa oleifera has major benefits from the leaves, from the bark, from the roots, called the giving tree because, this product is even used in a replacement for infant formula in places because it is jam-packed with nutrients. And I do mean jam-packed with nutrients. You see illustrated here some well-known foods: carrots and milk and yogurt and vitamin, your oranges, your bananas, spinach, and then massive amounts of excess quantity of nutrients and vitamins that Moringa oleifera contains compared to these well-known items. Here's a really great list of vitamins, minerals, major nutrients, including omega-3, 6, and 9 oils, polyphenols, lutein, xanthins, I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. 18 amino acids. Folks, there are 9 amino acids that your body requires but cannot produce, must get it from external sources. And those amino acids are vital for your health long term. All 9 of those are produced by Moringa oleifera. Wouldn't it be neat if you had some way to get a daily source of that stuff? 46 antioxidants. I mean, you look at the list there, and there are people who try to buy pills that just have 2 or 3 of those items in it so they can get a good antioxidant, let alone having all 46 packed into one. And I think one of the biggest things on this page is the bottom right-hand side. Moringa oleifera leaves contain 36 anti-inflammatory compounds. You're going to hear that word a bunch as we study several ingredients, the anti-inflammation benefits of several of these plants. Think of the joints, think of the inflammatory bowel conditions, think of the inflammatory issues in vessels and in brains and so forth. It could be alleviated if we could just reduce that inflammation. This plant is one that you may want to Google. Google health benefits of Moringa oleifera. Google studies of Moringa oleifera, and you will see studies about the benefits for inflammation, cancer, diabetes, anemia, rheumatism, arthritis, asthma, epilepsy, thyroid issues, heart problems, chronic headaches, bacterial, fungal, and viral problems, low sex drive. You know, the list, this is just a small list of the many things that have been studied about this plant. And I am beyond excited to have this as a part of this product. Now, anytime we have a health product, there's this challenge of, do I eat healthy or do I actually find something that tastes good? So a lot of these health things, they try to find a way to sweeten, but artificial sweeteners are dangerous. Sugar has its own huge list of problems. What if there was a sweetener that really tasted good? This is actually over 100 times sweeter than sugar, but it had an array of significant health benefits. Not health detriments by making something sweeter, but health benefits by packing in something to make it sweeter. What if we could combat infections and fatigue and maybe even prevent cancers and lower the risk for obesity and diabetes and a natural antihistamine, even a cough suppressing benefit, phlegm relieving, immunomodulatory, liver protecting, glucose lowering, antimicrobial. What an amazing ingredient. Chicory root. Chicory root. Who would think that all these roots have all these health benefits? In fact, it's major for liver detoxification, digestion, helping to provide an environment for the good bacteria to live in. It's a major product for improving your metabolism. And catch this, not only blood sugar regulation, but arrhythmia, fibrillation, and tachycardia. So there are some significant heart issues that chicory root has been shown to play a role with. Inhibits cancer cell growth, inhibits calcium absorption, enhances calcium absorption, and increases bone density. What a neat thing. Now, here's an interesting item. Most people try to get rid of these out of their garden or their yard. What in the world? Why would someone want to eat a thistle? I mean, really? Well, it turns out that milk thistle is the most commonly used medical plant in the world for liver health. It's prescribed to treat alcoholic psoriasis and chronic hepatitis. It lowers cholesterol levels, reduces growth of cancer cells in the breast, lung, colon, prostate, cervical, and renal cancers. Functions as a therapeutic agent for the prevention of Alzheimer's, improves blood sugar levels, contains numerous anti-aging properties, and reduces cell damage by radiation and chemotherapy treatments. Milk thistle is a big deal, folks. Wouldn't it be neat to have some of that every time you had some good food? Well, turmeric. Turmeric's becoming well known. It is a well-documented item, and most people don't realize, though, that unless you're getting turmeric extract, you're simply not getting enough turmeric if you're trying to get it in just through your food. Turmeric has, again, too many things for me to cover on this presentation. I've just put a few of them on here. But if you want to protect your brain, if you want to protect your heart from inflammatory problems or protect your joints, ease up some arthritis stuff, if you want to lose some weight, you're probably going to want to have some turmeric around. Buplorium. Boy, I'm telling you what, the list of things you need to grow in your garden is expanding here. And I don't know about you, but my garden doesn't have the ability to grow all of these things, let alone being able to store it year-round and then find the recipes to take this in every day. I sure hope someone has come up with a way to make it simple to get these things into my diet. Buplorium, known for its ability to help detox the liver, an indigestion aid, diarrhea, constipation, again, anti-inflammatory, inhibits harmful cells, helpful for wound recovery. Schizandra, again, right on the top of the list, lowers inflammation. Adrenal function. And we talked about how busy our lives are. And everywhere I go, I find people who talk about they're just stretched. I thought computers were to make our lives simpler, but I think it just makes it possible for people to get more stuff done. So we have more things that we try to do. Consequently, many people's adrenals get wiped out. They end up running on that fight or flight modality. And wouldn't it be neat to have something to help fight and protect against adrenal fatigue and to help restore those adrenals? Skin. You know, a lot of people have put stuff on the outside. In fact, Nikken has some really amazing marine-based technology for skin support. But don't just feed your skin on the outside, feed it on the inside. Schizandra is known for those benefits. Also, help with healthy sexual function and mental performance. Ashwagandha, another thing to add to your garden. Thyroid and adrenal benefits from ashwagandha. Significant thyroid and adrenal benefits. You know, there's things that we want to have in our diet to be able to make the body work well, to get the metabolism going well, to maybe reduce appetite. And there's some things we don't want. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs. According to the Institute of Responsible Technology, now linked with infertility, immune problems, accelerated aging, insulin regulation, and changes in major organs, especially in the gastrointestinal system. I don't know about you, but I think it's time to get rid of some of those GMOs out of the diet. Organic, you've heard a lot about it. Have you been able to do something about it? Have you been able to reduce your intake of toxins through good food, good water, good air, mindful eating? Pesticides are now known to be linked with birth defects, obesity, diabetes, ADHD, other health problems. Organic food is safe. When it's not organic, you can't count on that. Well, here you have in front of you, folks, a specimen. Some people work a long time to turn their bodies into a good specimen, sometimes at a significant cost. You see here a little chunk of whey. See, many people have been sold a bill of goods telling them that they should use whey protein in their weight-building endeavors, only now to find out that maybe that wasn't the best choice. According to the Mayo Clinic, whey protein may cause abnormal heart rhythms, changes in cholesterol levels, headaches, increased diabetes risk, increased fracture or osteoporosis risk, kidney dysfunction, liver damage, stomach or intestine symptoms, bloating, constipation, and the list goes on. I've met people who've had these challenges, folks. And, you know, in addition, the whey has to come from some sort of a milk product. And here in the U.S., they're going to be loaded with antibiotics. Loaded with antibiotics. You know, wouldn't it be neat if we could get a really good protein that wasn't whey-based, wasn't animal-based, so that we didn't have to worry about antibiotics, or the extra stress that animal proteins create towards making people more prone towards diabetes. Wouldn't it be neat if there was an all vegetable source that was a really good source? Well, we're going to introduce you now to a company called Nikken. Stands for Nihon Kenko Zaoshin Kenkyukai, Japanese Health and Research Institute, allied with leading hospitals, universities, research facilities in Japan. This company has, over 40 years, created a phenomenal array of products, which, when comprised, create the optimal environment for longevity, vitality, immune building. I am blown away with the Nikken Wellness Home concept. Transformed my life, my mother's life, my family's life, and as we've shared this, tens of thousands of other lives. These products work. They're unbelievable. Nikken's core philosophy, teaching people about balance. There are times when we need to work on our finances. There are times when we need to work on our family. There are times when we need our body to work right so that we can work on our family and our finances. It's all linked together, folks. It is all linked together. Well, Nikken last month introduced the new Kenzen Vital Balance formula. Some of you may know about the basics of that. I'm going to just pop through those really quick. Just a minimal 129 calories. You can use 1 to 2 servings a day. There's no limit. I've had people use as many as 4 servings a day because they're looking for excess protein. Some people using it for weight loss. Some people using it for finding a way to balance out their body and their digestion and to work with inflammation and all of the amazing things that the ingredients in here will help to support. KVB is a functional food, and it is clean, and I mean cleaner than clean. It's vegan and kosher. It is gluten-free, no salt, no dairy, no whey, no soy, no lactose. It has 7 extra enzymes to aid in digestion, great for cognitive function, lots of biological research about this. In addition to all the good stuff that it has there, you see on the left, a lot of benefits, folks, from cleansing, cognitive function, metabolic fat burning, immune system, digestive health, just a wide array of things here. And it doesn't have fructose, gluten, GMOs, sucralose, yeast, aspartame, artificial coloring, artificial flavor. So when you go to look into our vanilla shake, you may be surprised to see that it's green because this thing is loaded with vegetables. We're not going to go in and say, oh, we need to color that so people will eat it. We're going to trust that people are going to recognize that having something healthy is more important than having something with the right color, so to speak. The funny thing is ours is the right color. It's everybody else's who's the wrong color to try to match some sort of aesthetic that someone created. Here's a chart that you don't want to have a lot of check marks on. There are a lot of shakes out there, folks. Body by V, Isogenics, Herbalife, Atkins, Gatorade Recovery. My favorite title, Muscle Milk. It sounds like a great product. It's not. In fact, you take a look at it, it's got almost all the check marks. It's got GMOs, maltodextrin, refined sugar, whey protein isolate, heavy metals, antibiotics, RBGH, artificial colors, carrageenan. It's just loaded with all the stuff that you don't want. In fact, taken over time, most of these are going to cause damage, folks. I would put them on the list of things that you don't want to have in your cupboard, that you don't want your child to consume, that you don't want your health addict, cousin, father, neighbor to be on. But there is one at the very bottom of the list there, Vital Balance, which doesn't have any of the harmful stuff. I wonder if that would be a good thing to get. So protein, folks, if you're trying to lose weight, you want protein because you need to build muscle mass to help burn fat. Take your body's weight, let's say you're 180 pounds, divide that in 2, you get the number 90. Put the word grams after that, and that's how many grams of protein you should have on a daily basis. If you're 140 pounds, divide that in 2, that's 70. Turn that into grams, 70 grams of protein. Well, Nikken provides a complete protein, has all the amino acids, and phenomenal for formation of lean body mass. No animal protein. Loaded with medium chain triglycerides, producing ketones. You may have heard about the state of ketosis and what that's doing for fat burning. Goes directly to the brain and the heart for heart health. In the brain, wouldn't it be neat if we had something that actually helped to balance out norepinephrine, serotonin, dopamine, could play a role with obsessions, compulsions, anxiety, impulsivity, irritability, alertness, concentration, energy, attention, appetite, sex, aggression, pleasure, reward, motivation, drive. Important things, really important things. Kenzen Valor Balance loaded with probiotics. In fact, you'd have to have over 10 cartons of yogurt just to substitute one serving of Kenzen Vital Balance. I don't know about you, but I'm not looking forward to 10 cartons of yogurt in a day, let alone all the sugar that those are laced with. Wouldn't it be neat to have something that helps when it comes to these loaded with things to help with vitamin B synthesis, anti-tumor effects, digestive support, even help with lactose intolerance. Probiotics are just an amazing, amazing product that you want to have in your diet. Now, we mentioned all those harmful heavy metals. Wouldn't it be neat if we could find a way to have something to get rid of those? Well, cilantro and open cell chlorella are huge in the fight against heavy metal toxicity. There are 4 other additional detoxifiers put into this that have a myriad of benefits beyond heavy metals and detoxification, a myriad of health benefits. But this has 6 detoxifiers every time you take a serving. I don't know about you, but that sounds like something that'd be really good for the rest of your life. So let's review just a little bit. 19 to 20 grams of protein, depending upon whether you're in chocolate or vanilla. 120 to 129 calories. Loaded with medium chain triglycerides, great for heavy metal detoxification. It contains moringa oleifera, contains monk fruit, contains vitamins, minerals, loads of green vegetables, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and at an amazing price. When I say amazing price, I mean, people walk into Starbucks and slam down $5 for a cup of coffee. Wouldn't it be neat to have something that made you healthier at half the cost, less than the cost of your meals? How many of you know a mom that needs some quick sanity, or a dad that doesn't have time for a meal, or athletes or trainers that want something good to put in their body, or maybe parents that want their kids to have something good between school and soccer practice? Wouldn't it be neat to have natural solutions for some of those inflammatory problems? Sugar cravings. So let me just make sure we go over this real quick, folks. If you take all protein prior to lunch, you're going to see a dramatic reduction in your sugar cravings, maybe even a complete elimination. Now, that doesn't mean keep your chocolate bars and keep your potato chips and keep all of your sugar-laden goodies around the house. If you're going to lose weight, you might as well have a healthy pantry as well. Be smart about this. Put healthy foods in your refrigerator and your pantry. But I'm here to tell you that this product is amazing for sugar cravings. Start your day out with it and you'll see huge, huge benefits, let alone the things it's going to do to help clear the mind and do for energy levels. So how are you going to take this? I'm going to recommend you get up in the morning, have a nice tall glass of Mag water, start the day lubricating the system. Have your shake within an hour of getting up. Most people, that's going to take them all the way through lunch. I've been amazed at how satisfying and satiating this product is. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. If you need an extra something in between, Nikken has their 10-4 that you may use to help with energy and appetite to put in there. Every time you have a main meal, you're going to want to get on Nikken's Cleanse and Detox. We're going to have here in just a minute. But let's say you've got significant health problems, or you have significant weight problems, and you want the health benefits of all the things we have to offer here. Get on 2 shakes a day. Commit to 6 months. Yeah, I know you're going to see some things, some of you within a week, some of you within 2 weeks or a month, but some of you have some things that we're going to have to rebuild a new set of cells and take time to get some benefits. Give it 6 months and see how your body is just wagging its tail after that time when you've done 2 shakes a day. Cleanse and detox. This replaces Nikken's former liver support because this has a wide array of benefits well beyond the liver. Helping to support the colon, helping to support the entire intestinal tract, plus things for your brain and things for your heart and things for a whole array of things. You look at the ingredients here, folks, and the science we talked about before, and this becomes a base foundational product for your long-term health and vitality. And I love that word, vitality. Are you living with vitality? Do you want to? Give this a very strong consideration. Nikken's Paleo Bars. We have a new flavor listed at the bottom here, the very cherry flavor. Has only 3 ingredients in it, just 3. It's got in it, let's see, it's got dates, it has almonds, and it has cherries. 0 preservatives. It is all USDA organic, no GMOs, certified vegan. Folks, this product is clean. It's an absolutely amazing, amazing product. A shelf life with over a year. And I'm just going to tell you, you'd be nuts not to have this. Now, some people say, well, I don't want this much in terms of carbs. You can cut it in half and have a cheese stick with it and have a really great balanced snack, or have a hard-boiled egg or something with it, or have it with your shake, or just have it for the times when you simply don't have time to find something else and you need a healthy snack. Stick it in your purse, stick it in your car, stick it with you on your trips so that you can go through the airport with something healthy. You can be on the airplane with a healthy snack instead of a massive pile of packaged garbage that they give you that's laden with preservatives and certainly not organic food. So love this for its portability. This particular product, the Kenzen 10-4, there are many people in the fitness world taking energy drinks. It's devastating. Countries have outlawed the energy drinks due to the massive amounts of sugars and synthetic caffeine and the jolting that it does and heart arrhythmias that it can create. 10-4 is made from a very smooth, organic, leveling, focus-enhancing, natural caffeine come from matcha, which in and of itself is a major antioxidant. Huge benefits from that. No artificial flavors, no artificial sugar, no artificial colors, etc. It is what it is, and it is a fantastic product. Now, you can take this between the meals to help with cravings. We've got some people that are just adding it into their shakes and loving the benefits. And if you haven't tried it, try it. It's amazing. Now, some people are going to say, you know what? My energy's fine. I'm not worried about cravings. I've got plenty of willpower, no problem. And you'll find that you just use this on days when you're down, or maybe you don't need it. So the bars and the 10-4 would be something that I would say some people aren't going to be having on a daily basis. Some of you are. The digestion. You use this with every meal that is processed or cooked. Comes from a bag, comes from a can, comes from your restaurant, and it's not fresh fruits and vegetables. You should have the Digestion 420. Over 20 different types of enzymes. I repeat, 20 different types of enzymes to focus on 4 major groups. Most digestive aids that you're going to find out there will help you with digesting your proteins, or maybe they have something for carbs or something like that. But to have one that is a full spectrum digestive aid is virtually unheard of. And this is a powerful, powerful product. Major benefits. And the biggest benefit of all is if you can properly digest your food, you're actually going to get the nutrition from the food. If you can't digest the food well, I don't care how good a food you're eating, you're not going to get the health benefits. So it's time to make a choice, folks. Do you want healthy stuff in your life or not? Do you want something that's simple and easy and cost effective that makes sense, not just for losing weight, but for being healthy? Well, if you do, become a customer with Nikken. You can order from the person who had you watch this presentation. You can also request to become a registered customer so that at any moment you can place your own orders. You're not going to find any of these products in a grocery store. You're not going to find them at your local convenience store, and you can't just get on the internet and order them. You have to be affiliated with Nikken. Either you've upgraded so that you can become a wellness consultant yourself, or you are just simply a registered customer. It is free to become a registered customer. One of the benefits of having a registered customer account is you can manage your own auto ship. And folks, there's huge benefits, health benefits to being on auto ship. How many times have you found a really great product? Maybe you found a lotion or a shampoo or a food that's just a really great thing, and then you run out. And you forget to get it at the grocery store because it was a new product and it wasn't in a place you usually go, and you forget. And pretty soon you're out of it for a week, not just days, but weeks or months or sometimes a year before you get it again. If you want something healthy and you want to keep it apart, wouldn't it be neat to just have it appear fresh at your doorstep on a monthly basis? I think that makes a whole bunch of sense, especially when it comes with a 25%, I repeat, a 25% discount. Now, if you upgrade, you have the potential of getting free stuff. If you like helping people, I mean, just think right now of this last week. Have you met anybody that needs to drop some pounds? And if you live in North America, the answer to that is yes. A lot of people do. Well over, in fact, the vast majority. In fact, they're calling it an epidemic, one of the biggest threats to our society right now. Well, if you help 5 people get on this product, your product is free. It pays for yours. I want to talk about one other aspect here. You know that the Chinese, there's a proverb that says, if you receive something of value that makes a difference in your life, you have a moral obligation to pass it on. Now, there's a lot of people out there when it comes to their employment that have a job just because it's something to do. They need to produce some money. They need something to do. They found something that they are okay at doing, and so they do it. But wouldn't it be neat that every time we shared something, every time we did something with our job, that we were impacting someone's life for the good? What you see on the screen says, each one reach one. Now I tell people, talk to one new person every day. Some people might find that overwhelming. I want to reduce this to the absolute simplest, silliest proportion, because some people don't understand the power of what we have. You see, we have a whole society of people who are looking for extra things to do. They're calling it the gig society, because people have their day job and then they have a gig on the side at night. It used to be only performers had gigs at nighttime and on the weekends. But now everybody's got an extra gig, sometimes 2 or 3 extra gigs. And they've got an extra gig because their main gig, they're not counting on. It doesn't produce enough, or they don't think it's going to be around all the time. And it's such a phenomenon. People, they can't pay for their kids' educations. They can't pay for their retirements. They can't afford their health care. They can't, whatever it is, people are finding a need to have an extra gig. Well, what if there was a gig that was flexible? What if there was a gig that you could ease into? What if there was a gig that could not only help you, but help everybody around you, physically and financially? So here's the absolute craziest reduction of how simple this can be. What if you decided to upgrade and you had enough customers that you produced 100 points of commissionable volume each and every month? 100 points of commissionable volume each and every month. And throughout the course of the year, you found one other person who said, you know what? I like this stuff. I want to be healthy. I want to help other people be healthy. I'd like to make this my own gig too. You found one other person in a year. Now, how many of you in your craziest of craziest lives can imagine that at some point during the year, you can bump into somebody and you can help introduce them to Nikken, and get them on board. And all the formula is each person who's on board gets 100 points worth of commissionable volume produced through customers every month, and they find one new person a year. Well, in year 2, everyone finds somebody else. So year 1, there was you found somebody that made 2 people. Year 2, each of you find somebody, that's 4 people. Year 3, you get to 8. Year 4, you get to 16, and then 32, and then 64, and so forth. The first 4 to 7 years aren't real fruitful, folks. You've helped to change some lives, but you might think, economically, this isn't growing as fast as I want. But if you keep going, you stick around, you understand the law of the harvest, delayed gratification. Year 12, you've got over 4,096 people on board, and there's a $19,000 monthly income. Well, some of you might not want to wait for 12 years to do that. So you're going to get really busy, real aggressive, and you're going to bring 2 people on board every 6 months. Pardon me, 2 people on board per year, 1 every 6 months. So you're looking to be at 19,000 by the end of 6 years. Or maybe you get real crazy and you find 1 new person a quarter, and everyone on your team, that's the business plan, 1 a quarter. And then by the end of 3 years, you're at 19,000. Folks, just get in, dig in, do your part, and find some people. You'll be amazed at what happens. Commit them. Each one, reach 1. Whatever speed. Some people are going to do 1 a month. You'll be amazed at what happens. So here's a picture of you finding your 5 customers. Those customers can't shut up. They want to start sharing with other people too. I want to go over a couple real important things for those of you worried about price. There's a lot of penny pinchers out there, and mindfully so. We should be mindful of our stewardship of our finances. One item to point out here, the shaker has been revised. I love the new shaker. It's about half the size of the other one. The other one, you could put 3 or 4 servings in the other one. It took 2 arms to shake it. It was excessive. And this one is perfectly sized to mix your serving of Kenzen Vital Balance. Get a new shaker. Your cost for a canister of Kenzen Vital Balance, $87.50. If you get on auto ship, you get a 25% discount. It comes with a satisfaction guarantee. 30 days from the date of ordering. Anytime within 30 days of the date of ordering, you have a money-back satisfaction guarantee. Now, some of you are going to say, no, I'm going to go out and shop around. I'm going to go with my own medium-chain triglycerides. I did some shopping on Amazon, and here's what I found. Medium-chain triglycerides, $21. Probiotics, $29. Moringa oleifera, $29.95. Monk fruit, $29.99. Organic vegan shake for $51.99. Some enzymes for $30.60, and detox with spirulina for $15.87 for a grand total $210.38. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think the math adds up. The greater than or less than symbol tells me that I probably ought to get Kenzen Vital Balance. And if I got it on auto ship at $65, that's a much better deal. Now, you may have liked schizandra and turmeric and ashwagandha and all those things. So you're going to go shopping again. You think you're going to cut the system. You get your chicory root for $29.50. You get your milk thistle for $26.95. You get your turmeric for $21.83. Your blue plurum for $27.99. Your schizandra for $8.50. And your ashwagandha for $13.27. You spend a grand total of $128. And only 1 of the bottles is organic. Who knows what you're getting fed along with your roots? Well, what if you could get an all-organic formulation, Nikken's new Cleanse and Detox, and you could get it instead of for over $100, you could get it for $45 and get an auto ship for $33, a fourth of the cost of buying everything separately. Tell you what, I think this is a really, really good deal. High-quality product for some high-quality performance of your own personal Ferrari. Nikken has created 2 competitions. To be in these competitions, you need to purchase 3 packs. You can do them all tonight, or you can get on auto ship and get them all separately, once each month. The 2 competitions are one customer-based. Consultants can do it as well, but it's a performance of how you've used the product. Take a before and after picture. then write down your testimonial, and then post it by June 30th on the site that Nikken suggests. You can find that on Nikken's personal webpage. Your testimonial does not have to be, I lost 50,000 pounds. Your testimonial could be, I lost 5 pounds, but my memory was restored, or I lost these extra inches, or I was able to go on a hike that I haven't been able to go on, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what the testimonial is. There's some $10,000 in prizes, if I recall. It's worth taking your picture, folks. Next, some of you are going to say, this stuff is good. It just makes sense to have something that's all organic, all natural, and maybe it doesn't have massive amounts of caffeine that's going to jolt somebody into losing weight, but they're going to lose weight healthily. They're going to feel good. I want to partner with this team, and if you do, and you sell packs of this weight loss kit, for every pack you get a point, and the people with the most points are going to end up with a lot of dollars. Again, this contest goes April through June. Now, one quick commercial here. This is for a brand new, absolutely awesome trifold brochure that was just created through Rick Murphy and team. And it's been vetted, and it's getting some phenomenal results. It's a really great way to just sit down with some people. I encourage you to memorize the words and the phraseology to use yourself. But the cool part is you can give this and share it with a prospect. They could go on and share it with somebody else. But it's a great way to give people a general introduction to the products and the business plan and how everything works. And it's free. It is a free product. You can find this at pathfinders.biz. But by the time you go get your own glossy paper and you go hook it up to your printer and print out and color on 2 sides, you're going to spend some dollars on your brochures. For a fraction of the cost, Dave Johnson has printed up 10,000 of these. I think they're going to be gone within 4 days. We're already whacking down about 1,000 of them. So the rest are going to be gone in short order. But you can call Laura at Dave's office. The phone number is provided. And you can order 100 of them for just $15. That's 15 cents a piece. Way cheaper than you can print it for, folks. And high quality, glossy, professional printing, all that kind of stuff. Encourage you, order them. You may want to split them with some people. I would encourage you, go out and share with 100 people, and you'll be blown away with what happens with your organization. So with that in mind, I'm going to conclude the first portion of this presentation, and we're going to open up the mics for any comments or questions that anybody may have. If you want to unmute to ask any questions, if you'd like to unmute to give your feedback, share any results, share any comments that you have, I would appreciate those at this moment. It's just the little button in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Any questions? Any questions? Sandra, go for it.
What about latecomers? Do they still only have from April whatever until your final date? Okay,
so for Nikken's contest, the answer to that is yes. That is correct. Now, I'm going to introduce to you a contest that I'm doing in my organization that I would encourage you to get together with your upline and maybe offer something in your own organization that may have a little more flexibility, okay? Because there's a lot of people who are just going to be finding out about this now or maybe not get their products till the end of the month.
Right.
And so I'm going to offer a contest for my organization that is a little bit different. You'll see that here in just a few minutes. So great question, Sandra. Any other questions?
What are the prizes that you're giving your organization? Is that going to come up too?
Say that again?
What are the prizes that you're offering for your organization?
Oh, the prizes?
Because I think Nikken's first prize is $1,000.
Yeah. Here's what I'm big on in doing this contest is I'm big on people gathering their teams together and having fun.
Yeah.
I really don't care what the prize is. It could be a trophy from your local thrift store. we're going to offer some cash prizes and so forth. They're not huge, but it's something to get together and have some fun with. I'm encouraging people to, develop some walking groups. Maybe have a day a week or a couple of days a month where they go out and do a hike or go on a bicycle trip, or they go out and play kickball with the family, or just, get a bunch of Nikken people together and have fun, and they can bring their friends too. Having a healthy lifestyle and contributing to society and those things is important. So let's get out and make a difference. Why not gather the team and go do a service project? Get your aerobic exercise in and make a difference in the community all at the same time. So there's a lot of great things you can do with your own creativity in your own local areas. And I would strongly encourage everyone to do that, to make a good outreach in those scenarios. Any other questions anybody may have? Cutter.
Are these products the most productive if they're all used together? If we just use one of them, would it make the same difference for us?
So it depends on what you're trying to get results with. So if you're looking for my personal contest, I'm telling people they need to be on the Kenzen Vital Balance, and they're going to have to be on the Cleanse and Detox. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, for long-term use, once your weight is gone, folks, I'm telling people that they should be on Cleanse and Detox every quarter, just because of what it does for getting rid of heavy metals and toxicity and all that type of stuff, cleaning out the colon, all those types of things. It's just a good health thing. Now, if someone's got major challenges with inflammation, major problems with brain function, major issues, they're going to want to be on it longer. Some people, autoimmune diseases, they're just going to want to stay on it, okay? But for the purpose of weight loss, these are the two that I'm requiring. Now, if someone's for weightlifting, for muscle mass and so forth, this stuff and having energy and so forth, and these two components can be a big deal, okay? Do you have to be on, for my competition, do you have to be on the bars? No. So people are going to say that too many carbs, okay? And so that I want to make it flexible for everybody's types of eating program. So all I'm requiring for our venture, for our organization, is the Vital Balance and the Cleanse and Detox. Now, for anybody's personal use, you can use any of these, and you can get them on auto ship any way you want, and get the associated discounts. You don't have to get the whole pack. That make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one other question.
Shoot.
So a lot of the other Nikken products, like the insoles and the water, they already do kind of cleanse as it is a little bit, not as severely as the product. So what is benefits of using the pill, right?
So it's a really great question. We have our air units, which help to protect from taking in there, but I don't spend my whole day in my house. And I drink Mag water. But once in a while I'm away from my house. I might forget my water bottle, and I take in toxins and so forth. Maybe you're on a piece of furniture that is giving off toxicity and so forth. So the way I look at it is, if for every, we have a lot of things against us right now. We've got a lot of acidic lifestyles. We're not sleeping. We're under lots of stress. We have lots of poor food. We have lots of toxins. So the scales are tipped against us. And so for everything that I can do to help counterbalance that, it's a better thing. So it's like people asking, well, if I eat one apple, is that enough to make me healthy? Well, apples are healthy, but maybe having apple and spinach, and maybe having apple and spinach and broccoli is good. And maybe having, the more things we do for our health, the better off we are. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so do I do everything that Nikken has every day? No. I don't take every single nutritional every day. But over the course of time, I'm taking all of it and getting benefits. There are times when I focus on certain things, depending on what's going on in my body. Great question. Any other questions out there? Questions or comments? Okay. In a moment, I'm going to unveil this little item right here. the Vital Balance Gateway to Wellness program. It has pages in here that talk about measurements. It has pages in here that talk about what to do with your nutrition, support calls that will be offered, how to get points, the importance of affirmations, setting goals in these categories. Some great, well, you're going to get points in this program if you choose to participate for journaling, points for doing your personal growth, your affirmations, points for doing fitness activities, points for taking your Vital Balance, points for getting in your water, getting in your nutritionals, having a healthy meal, having a healthy snack, points for all those types of things. So anyway, there's anybody who's listening is welcome to email me to get the information on that. Let me stop the recording right now, by the way.